in the Your Credit Matters segment today, being brought to you by creditsanitizer.com. You have a credit report. It's wrong. I've been looking at credit reports. I told you before, I helped the first family, not inside my own, get a home loan in 1983. My team laughs at me because half of them weren't born in 1983. But yes, I do understand that. I've been looking at credit reports way back then, and I've never ever seen a credit report that's completely accurate. Even the one, my highest score I've ever seen, 850, is perfect for a FICO, for a mortgage credit report. Best score I've ever seen is an 834, and it had errors on it. What makes you think yours doesn't? So how do you repair your credit and improve your FICO scores? Well, you got to fix the errors on your report. That means do not go to Credit Karma. Do not go onto the websites of the bureaus and push their buttons that say, dispute this, because that means you're going to waive your rights. They've built that into those things. Think about that part of it. So what are you going to do? Well, you have to understand the credit report. You have to understand the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Repairing bad credit or building credit for the first time takes patience and discipline. Don't forget, pay your credit card bills the right way. I know you're not doing it right now, and you're saying, I pay it off in full, Ron. Okay, but that's not the right way. rsrccpayment.com, rsrccpayment.com. Did a video showing you how to pay your credit card bills the right way if you want to maximize your FICO score. There is no quick way to fix a credit score, no matter what anybody tells you. There are some issues that you can do on rapid rescores, but for the most part, no quick fix. Quick fix efforts are most likely to backfire, so beware of any advice that claims to improve your credit score fast. Best advice for rebuilding your credit is to manage it responsibly over time. If you haven't done that, then you'll need to repair your credit history before you see your score improve. Following steps will help you with that. Check your credit reports for errors. Cleanall3.com. Cleanall3.com. That will get you a real FICO score, not the FICO score that you're getting from Credit Karma and Credit Sesame. Those are called credit scores. They are FICO. They're not FICO. So get a FICO score, cleanall3.com. Review the report, review all three of them. Dispute inaccurate items. Remember, I've told you this. Nothing has to be on your credit report, but anything that is on your credit report must be complete. It must be accurate, and it must be verifiable. Have you ever seen a bankruptcy court verify anything? Maybe that's a clue for you. Number two, pay your bills on time. That accounts for 35% of your FICO score. Pay your bills twice every month, right? Once right before the statement closing date, once right before the payment due date. Set it up to do it on auto pay so you don't ever get delinquencies. You don't ever get late payments. So make sure you're doing that. If you miss payments, get current, stay current. Be aware that paying off a collection account will not remove it from your credit report, but if you understand factual disputing, it might come off your credit report in less time than it needs to. If you're having trouble making ends meet, contact your creditors or see a legitimate credit counselor. If you're beyond that point, I know, talk to our friend Christine Kingston. She'll help you, bankruptcy attorney extraordinaire. Number three, reduce the amount of debt you owe. Keep balances low on credit cards and other revolving. Remember, that accounts for 30% of your FICO score. Pay off debt rather than moving it around. Don't close unused credit cards, as short-term strategy will raise your scores. Don't open several new credit cards. You don't need to increase your available credit. But if you get an increase on an existing line of credit, that might help you. If you've been managing credit for a short time, don't open a lot of new accounts too rapidly. Do your rate shopping for a loan within a focused period of time. Reestablish your credit history. If you've had problems, request and check your credit report, cleanall3.com. Apply for and open new credit accounts only as needed. Have credit cards, but manage them responsibly. Remember, you want to keep them active. How do you keep them active and not run up a bunch of debt? Well, pay strategically. Do you have an electric bill? Do you have a gas bill? Do you have a water bill? Do you have an online subscription service? Do you have internet? Do you have a cell phone? Do you live in America? Are you alive? If you don't have those, you're not living. I know it costs extra to have a roof over your head. But the bottom line here is every one of those could be on a separate credit card, also on auto pay to the debtor and auto pay from your bank to them. That way they stay active and they stay at a zero balance or a minimal balance, and that's what's going to help your FICO score. Just throwing that out there for you. That's Your Credit Matters, brought to you by creditsanitizer.com. You have a credit report. It is wrong. What are you doing about it? Don't forget, Credit Sanitizer, right here, right now. I don't know how long it'll last. We'll do a free credit audit for you. Free. I hope you can afford it. It does not cost you anything. You do need a specific credit report that will cost $1. So think about that. That's Your Credit Matters segment, brought to you by creditsanitizer.com. You have a credit report. It's wrong. What are you doing about it?